When an established guitar company that was founded in 1833 still takes the time to develop and innovate, we need to take notice, because that's exactly what Martin Guitars have done with their new electroacoustic guitar, the SC13E. I really think Martin Guitars have moved the needle quite dramatically here in the acoustic world when I didn't think it would ever change. They've literally granted new territory for acoustic guitar players and have allowed us access to a part of the instrument that was only truly available on electrics. But let's get into my favourite things about this guitar. The offset shape totally threw me when I first saw it at NAMM because it stood out on their booth, and I really like it. I also love the mother of pearl inlay, which has a white and celestial blue pattern, especially the bullseye detail on the 12th fret. It has gorgeous looking nickel open gear tuners, and there is a hidden chromatic tuner in the sound hole courtesy of Fishman, and a very accessible battery pack for quick changes. The discrete electronics are such a plus when you don't want the aesthetic to be ruined. If you're not down with the traditional body shapes that Martin are known for, and because of this you have overlooked them, then this might catch your eye too. And by all means, this development in upper register access is going to be useful to anyone, because you just can't do the same thing with a standard cutaway shape. Now, this could be seen as a particular benefit to electric players in general who need an all-round acoustic guitar for live performances, or just to make them feel more at home, as it also comes out the factory with Martin Custom Light 11 gauge strings, and it's set up with a low action, so that reaching up to the 20th fret doesn't cause any anguish whatsoever. But as someone who plays both, this instrument meets the needs of the guitar-based singer-songwriter like myself. The first immediate benefit I see is for my writing style of melodic guitar parts. I like to use the lower strings to create accompanying bass lines in my songs, and then I often solo up on the B string. This guitar allows me to reach places I've never realistically been able to go. You broke my heart on Berwyn Avenue, left me in the dark to walk you out of you. I saw the light on the 3rd floor. Did she love to see me leave? Did you go on easily or crash down like me? You can have Chicago back. Just for a little while, just for a little while, just for a little while. You can have Chicago back, just for a little while. I'll leave it there on loan, that I can Wendy know. Oh, Chicago. Then for players that use a capo frequently, whether you just have a huge repertoire of songs under your belt, or maybe your vocal register just doesn't fit in with standard tuning, well, now you haven't got to cut off a huge portion of the guitar and limit your access. I've even had a song that I've been able to resurrect and work on because of this guitar. This is how far I'm placing the capo to create this high register guitar part for a really old song called Better Than Me. It's almost like I'm playing in Nashville tuning. So, the neck. On the back here, you can see the patent-pending shore-aligned linear dovetail neck joint. This whole system eliminates the need for the traditional neck heel. The strap button is out the way of the hand, and now they've removed the part of the guitar that was causing an obstruction and making players contort their hands to get access. But now you can reach all the way to the 20th fret. Never fear, it's still a perfectly balanced guitar too. Now, the technology behind the joint can be bewildering to mere mortals like myself, because ultimately, as a player, all you need to know is that it gives you more to play with, literally. But the dovetail inside this guitar is different to other Martins because the neck slips vertically onto the dovetail and is secured with these two bolts that pull the dovetail tight. I'm no luthier though, so check out Martin's videos on their YouTube channel for information on that. But don't be fooled, it's not a bolt-on neck. Now, what is important for a future player to know is that the neck is ergonomically designed and they've accommodated for the player's twisting hand moving along the neck. So it's thicker at the bottom half and thinner at the top near the nut, and then that's reversed the closer you get to the body. So it's thinner behind the lower strings and thicker behind the top strings. They've also discovered that a thinner fingerboard helps the playability, so that's slimmer too. Okay, so let's run through the specs. The body size is obviously rather unique, so it's called the S13 fret cutaway. Usually you would have a neck joint at the 12th or 14th fret, but by placing it in the middle of the two, you get to keep the tone of a long scale length, but playability of a short scale. The top is Sitka spruce with Koa fine veneer back and sides. It's mahogany underneath and has a full gloss finish. The nut is made out of white corian and the scale length is 25.4 inches. It's got an ebony fingerboard, bridge and headplate. There is a new pickguard shape to match the new body. The bridge is sleeker than normal, which helps with long sessions of palm muting. Then there is a very visible tone tension X brace, which is all new and has been developed for this body size and promotes bass response. Now, this guitar has been crafted to be plugged in. That's not to say it doesn't still have an incredible acoustic tone, which I'm mostly demonstrating in this video, but they've made sure the amplified sound meets Martin's standards by incorporating the MXT from Fishman. As mentioned, it's got the tuner hidden in the sound hole that mutes the signal too. Now, I haven't played it on stage, obviously, so I'll have to believe Martin when they say the body itself acts as a feedback reducer. It's meant to be played loud, and you can throw as many effects pedals in front of it as you want. Honestly, you guys know how much I love my OM28E, but when we get back to performing on stage, whenever that will be, this might have to be the guitar I use from now on. It's built for gigging, whereas my OM28E is perfect for capturing exquisite tone on studio recordings, and it's super precious to me. I know people often freak out when a guitar like this comes with a soft case rather than a hard shell, which might be difficult to find because of the body shape, but I personally much prefer soft cases. Especially for a gigging instrument like this. They have developed so much and still keep the guitar safe, and then it's just lighter to carry around and easier to store. Just better all round in my opinion. So after nearly 200 years, it's great to see Martin is still looking forward and are a family-run business that's still very capable of innovation. They invented the often copied X-bracing system and dreadnought body style, and that's just 2 examples, let alone the distribution systems and manufacturing methods they've had to create to keep up their high standard of guitars. They've been rooted in traditional guitar shapes, and yet they've found something new that I think will still look great in 100 years' time. This isn't just innovation for innovation's sake. These adjustments make sense to the person that really matters, the player. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, comment below with your thoughts. If you're interested in finding out more about this guitar, then there is a link in the description, alongside links to my Patreon page, my music, and guitar course for beginners. But otherwise, I'll see you soon.